Elevated living, views, and gated security, all while being close to everything? That's what we're talking about today. Hey everybody, it's Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. Not too long ago, we did a great video about Castle Pines and all of its existing and mature communities because there's been so much new construction going on in Castle Pines. Well, we mentioned in that video we were going to do a separate video about all the gated communities in the Castle Pines area. Well, this one's it. First neighborhood up on our gated tour is Esperanza. Most of the homes in Esperanza have quarter-acre lots, and the home sizes range from 4,000 to 7,000 square feet. Many of these homes are close to the main road that runs through Castle Pines, Monarch, but they're nestled down low. They've got a lot of open space that runs behind them, whether it's back to the road or on the other side that heads into Castle Pines. So you really don't hear road noise. It's a very pretty area. Even when I was out here in the middle of the day making sure you guys had footage of the neighborhood, there were deer out there. So it certainly has quiet and privacy for the Esperanza neighborhood. I would say that Esperanza is the most modest of all the gated communities. The homes don't give off a sense of grandeur or luxury. However, when you get up to a 7,000 square foot home, I wouldn't say there's that much that's modest about them. However, the homes just really aren't showy at all. This community is one of the closest to the Daniels Park pool. That means easy access to the local pool that serves several of these gated communities. The HOA dues in here run about $2,000 a year. The average sold price for homes in Esperanza over the last year runs about $1.3 million. And one of the other great things about this Esperanza community is there is a trail that runs straight over to the Coyote Ridge Park. So that park is full of amenities. It's got a playground, skate park, basketball court, numerous fields. So lots of area for kids to play and have a great time, as well as, of course, the trails that get you out into open space. Next up is Buffalo Ridge at Castle Pines. You'll see these beautiful homes behind me. They are also roughly on quarter-acre lots for the most part and run 5,000 to 7,000 square feet in size. Most of these homes were built in the early 2000s and they have a very strong mountain vibe to them. So definitely a Colorado feel to the homes in here. So none of the homes back up to one another, which is really great. Now the whole community is pretty much on one big loop. So as the loop curves around and there's the streets that kind of jut off of there, you will find that there are a couple homes that are closer to one another in the backyard, but for the most part, great privacy. So between the privacy and backing up to the golf course, that means amazing views and no neighbors behind you. It's a win-win. HOA dues in here run around $2,200 a year right now, and for the homes that have sold over the last year, the average sales price is just over $1.3 million right now. Next up is Ventana and Amber Ridge. So these are behind one gate, but they're really two separate vibes for communities, at least in terms of home style. Homes in here run around 5,000 to 7,000 square feet also. There's 83 homes behind the gates for Ventana and Amber Ridge. Now, as you look at the video footage, I think you'll see how there is a difference between the two. Here are some of the homes for Ventana. Average price in here over the last year, about $1.6 million for homes on the Ventana end of the neighborhood. Average home size for those sold specifically running around 6,000 square feet. And for those homes that sold at that price point, they were running in the quarter-acre to third-acre lot range. And then take a look at these gorgeous homes over in Amber Ridge. They are certainly larger. I think they don't feel like they're packed in just quite as tight, but funny enough, not all the lots are larger. So there's something just a little bit different about the way they're laid out. 1/3 the number of homes have sold over the same time. So in the last year, 9 homes sold in Ventana, only 3 have sold in Amber Ridge. The average price for sold homes in Amber Ridge is certainly different. It's $2.4 million over the last year. And the average size for those homes is running about 8,600 square feet. The lot sizes aren't all that different, as I mentioned. A couple of them are running about 0.6 acres, but one of them is just a third-acre lot, so not necessarily any bigger than the ones over in Ventana. The majority of homes in Ventana and Amber Ridge, no matter which ones you gravitate toward, are on open space. To the west side, the homes are on the Daniels Park open space, and on the inside, Castle Pines maintains some open space between neighborhoods as well. So there are very few homes in here that back up to one another, which adds to the value and the premium. The whole community has access to the Daniels Park pool and clubhouse, and the HOAs are just a little bit more than $2,000 a year in here. Also, the property tax rate in the majority of this part of Castle Pines is just 0.7%, so really quite affordable, especially when we're comparing it to the new construction tax rates, which are running 1.1, 1.2. Really, it feels like a steal of a deal on the property tax side of things. Over in Whisper Canyon, those lots also back up to the Daniels Park open space. Really gorgeous set of homes, very small select area of custom homes, 1/4 acre to 1/2 acre lots. These homes really are works of art. We're talking 6,000 to 9,000 square feet. Beautiful views if you aren't backing right up to the Daniels Park open space. HOA dues over here run closer to $3,000 a year, and yes, they also have access to the Daniels Park pool. The home prices in Whispering Canyon are running about $2.1 million a year over the last year for average sales price. Now, if you have stuck around this long and said, please, Alyson, give me something below $1 million. I want to live in this area. I love what I'm seeing. Well, I have one for you. It is the Hamlet. Some of these are single family homes, some are duplexes. There's no fences in the community, and it's part of the low maintenance living because your HOA dues are going to someone else maintaining the grounds. Hamlet is surrounded by golf course, dense trees, really just a very, very pretty area. HOA dues are running about $2,500 a year. And I will say that part about the no fencing, I bring it up because we are such big dog lovers around here. And it does become a drawback sometimes for folks who have dogs and want to be able to let them out, particularly in the winter when the weather is not so great, it's a little cold, and it makes it harder because you can't just open the door and let them out without having them on a leash or putting on your own warm clothes. So that is kind of the biggest drawback to this area and some of the others in Castle Pines, where because this is such a wildlife thoroughfare, they do limit fencing in certain areas. So the Hamlet is one of them. Now, I mentioned a price below $1 million. The average sales price in the Hamlet over the last year has just been $800,000. Okay. Moving on to the creme de la creme of gated communities, Castle Pines Village. Castle Pines Village really is such a popular gated community. The draw is really all around the lifestyle. Being able to live in a golf course community with a clubhouse, having a place where you know that so many of your friends and neighbors are into a golf lifestyle, are going to be dining at the clubhouse. It's a place where it makes it very easy to connect and make friends. Also with the clubhouse comes the tennis courts, the pool, so many of the other amenities that give you kind of that resort living that is hard to find in a lot of other places. The Castle Pines Village golf course is a Jack Nicklaus designed golf course. That makes it one that this area is very proud of. And if you hadn't heard the news, Castle Pines Village is playing host to the BMW Golf Championship in August 2024. Castle Pines actually hosted this international golf tournament for 21 golf seasons from 1986 to 2006. So they're very proud to be playing host to this again. And for avid golfers, having a gorgeous course like this right outside your door really can't be beat. The clubhouse membership is separate from the HOA dues. The Village at Castle Pines HOA offers 3 pools, a fitness facility, pickleball courts, tennis courts, pocket parks, and 13 miles of walking and biking trails throughout the community. And for security, there are 5 manned gates. They are staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know that many of you who are familiar with gated communities know that getting past the gate into a gated community really can't be that hard. I promise you, strangers are not getting past the gate at Castle Pines Village. The security is well trained, they know what they're doing, and they're holding back everyone who is not supposed to be there. To accommodate everyone and avoid crowds, there are 2 clubs, the Canyon Club and the Summit Club, meaning there's easy access into the fitness facilities and pool across the community. Now, the HOA dues run about $4,000 a year in the community right now. As you know, always subject to change, and they aren't going down, they will go up. The property taxes in here really aren't bad there. They're just about 0.8%. Now, there is a lot of opportunity to buy in here. Over the last year, 150 properties have sold. Average price $1.6 million. Price range anywhere from $600,000 to over $4 million. Those smaller homes are your condos, your duplexes. There are a few of those. When we get to the single family home prices, we're always over $1 million. Now, the home styles range in here from heavily Tuscan to traditional to mountain modern. With construction beginning in the 80s and still continuing today, you can imagine that there is a variety of home styles, home sizes, and homes that need updates and homes that are perfect and ready for anyone to move into. Home sizes range anywhere from the modest 2,000 square foot size to the very grand, nearly 20,000 square foot size. The community is heavily treed. It really does feel almost like you're living in a forest with the way most of the lots are situated in the dense pines. That is how Castle Pines got its name. It is what makes it very beloved. The lot sizes vary drastically across the community. There are some very small, low maintenance lots and some very large luxury private acreage lots as well. Driving through the Castle Pines community, it feels a bit dense. The roads are not very wide. They're private roads, obviously, since it's a gated community. And with all of the trees around you and the roads are hilly, there's a lot of variety of terrain. It does not feel wide open and spacious. It certainly feels dense. Now, once you're in one of these gorgeous homes, that does not mean that you're going to feel packed in like sardines. It really comes down to the lot you chose, the kind of view you want. Getting those mountain views is not always the easiest, and that's partly because of the trees, right? You've got to get up a little higher. You've got to have some of the trees cleared out behind you to grab a mountain view, but they are there. There are plenty of mountain views actually here in Castle Pines, but like anywhere in Colorado, you're going to pay a premium for that. So between being in the golf club, having a great lot, and getting mountain views, you are certainly going to be paying extra for all of that combined. Now, as I had shared, many of the homes in here were started back in the 80s and early 90s, and it certainly shows in the design and architecture. Those older homes stand in stark contrast to the mountain modern design that is finishing out the community as we get to the last lots. At least what everyone thought were the very last lots. I do have a little secret for you. If you are wanting to be in this community and thinking about being able to build for yourself, look at this little spot right here. These lots are opening up. There are going to be about 10 custom homes built in here. This 11-acre wooded spot is going to have mountain views, golf course views, open space views, with 6 of the lots backing up to hole 4. And one premium lot built out at the end will be 4 acres in size. Homeowners will be working directly with the custom builder, so if you think you have some interest, reach out to me and I will get us connected. I will imagine you're curious about pricing, so on the more traditional size lots running a ½ acre to an acre, the builder thinks $3.5 to $5 million is where most of those homes will finish out. Castle Pines offers more in a small area than most cities do in the way of luxury homes, gated communities, amenities, mountain views, treed areas, views, and open space. If you want to chat about Castle Pines, if this may be a good fit for you, please reach out, connect. You know I would love to chat with you. And I will see y'all next week.